Hello YouTube. If you're clicking on this video, you've probably heard the following before.
I'll have some of what she's having. Whoa, what's got you in such a good mood today? Why are you always going and doing something? Can you not just relax? You are talking really fast and I'm trying to keep up, but it's kind of stressing me out. Can you slow down a little?
Welcome to your home here on the internet. Welcome to Amanda Land. Welcome to my channel. It's Amanda Lee and I have heard all of these things. I would also like to preface this video when I say hyperactivity. I mean I am simply very energetic and hyperactive by nature. I have not been diagnosed with any kind of ADHD. I've also not asked, but I have not been diagnosed with any kind of ADD. So that's an incredibly important preface as we dive into this video. I'm simply sharing my own experience and relationship with hyperactivity. If this is something you feel like you're gonna enjoy, sit back, grab something to sip on. I'm making a video about hyperactivity and I'm sipping on an energy drink. This is the Alani Nu Witch's Brew flavor. It's like a caramel apple. So see a chug, take a chug. Hopefully you've got some water and let's dive in to today's video. I have always been somebody who is bouncing off the walls. My parents will describe me as a firecracker. I am an Aries, so I'm a fire sign. And Aries season is coming up, you guys. Bullseye, my English bulldog, is an Aries too. That all being said, I have always had this crazy amount of energy. And a lot of times people will say, oh my gosh, what are you on? And I have no response because I am naturally so awake and excited. I could have slept for 4 to 6 hours, especially in high school, you guys. I could have slept so little the night before going to school, and as soon as I get there, as soon as I'm around people, it's like I take the energy from the people around me and I just wake up because I'm excited to be there. And I will say gratitude, the whole 9 yards, has a lot to do with that as well. But today I'm sharing with you everything I've experienced as a very hyperactive person and kind of the way I've been putting it to use in my advantage, how I've been using it as a tool to grow my businesses. I'm a social media entrepreneur, so I have been creating content here on YouTube for a while as well as TikTok. Check out all of my socials in the description below, as well as the podcast I co-host. Call it my attention span, call it hyperactivity. I am constantly thinking of new things, and I am incredibly grateful to say that I've gotten to the point where my social media ventures are a business and I have to commit myself in such a way and that I'm managing a business. Being hyperactive, I feel that being able to apply my energy to something specific is key to not becoming overwhelmed with my own level of energy, because I'll be honest, when I walk into a room, I know that it's a lot. I know I have a lot of energy, and I have come to the point just now at 22, going on 23 this year in 2023, I've come to the point in my life where I am no longer quieting myself to make other people comfortable. Obviously, if I'm in a library, I'm not going to go hooting and hollering everywhere, but I am no longer minimizing myself, and I'm just going to continue enjoying life as this big, bright person, naturally just excited to be alive. And when I find ways to direct my energy to something specific, I find my hyperactivity to be a superpower. I can hyper-focus on something, and if I set my heart to it, for example, YouTube, I started in 2018. Was not super committed to it. Consistency just was not there for me because I was hyper-focused on other things. I was finishing a college degree. I had graduated high school in 2018 and I finished my associate's degree in business in 2021, just after the pandemic. So all of these things were allowing me to convince myself to not hyper-focus on my genuine career path, which is, I do know now and I do genuinely believe to be social media. So thank you all for subscribing and making my dreams come true. Once I no longer had school in front of me, once I no longer had people around me, I did cut people off, and it has been the best thing for me because I've been able to fill in my life with the people that are meant to be there. I genuinely believe the women I'm surrounded with as my best friends, the man that I have in my life, these are the people that are meant to be with me as I grow and create the life that I want to live. So I now honestly will call it the freedom. I have the freedom to apply my energy, my lots and lots of energy, to my damn self, to myself. I can take action for myself, and I can take myself to a coffee shop, and instead of talking to somebody and, going back and forth with a good friend, which is always a good idea, by the way, especially with supportive, positive people, but instead of giving my energy that way, I can also is the key word, I can also take myself by myself to commit to things such as editing a YouTube video or writing out content that I'd like to create on TikTok and short media form videos that I'd like to make, things of that nature that I am genuinely using to pursue my dreams. I started out by going and journaling at different coffee shops just to get used to taking myself on these little dates and not having another person to distract me and to put my energy into. And as a people pleaser, if you're watching this, maybe all of us hyperactive people are also people pleasers. Hyperactive people pleaser. Say that 5 times fast.
Hyperactive people pleaser. Hyperactive people pleaser.
I already messed it up. As a people pleaser, if I go and I am getting coffee with a friend, I know for a fact I will not be sticking around to do any journaling when that friend leaves, because I'll spend that entire time talking, if not talking to the friend, finding new things to bring up and start new conversations with this person. My energy is abundant and it is never ending. So because of that, I have to make the choice to put myself first. I have to make the choice to surround myself with people that remind me to do that and don't get used to taking from that. That is a big key here as well. If you find yourself being hyperactive, please be gentle with yourself and know people will take advantage of you if the opportunity presents itself and if you're in a position where those people are in your life. So while you might not be at a point where you feel like you could cut anybody off, just make sure you're setting boundaries and taking care of yourself in that way, putting that energy towards something specific. So because I have talked a little bit about things that I feel have benefited me in being hyperactive, and that's all just my social media and entrepreneurship ventures. That's not to mention the positive impact I feel like being hyperactive has had on my relationships, platonic and romantic. My boyfriend and I love going out and doing things with him, and if he's not very motivated, I'll just go do something on my own, say no biggie, I'm gonna go do it. When I get back, typically he's like, man, how was it? And he's inspired by my activity and my action. I don't have to force him to take action with me. And it's same with friendships, having real friendships. Like all of the ladies at the Healing Our Homes podcast, they are such genuine friends. And if you believe in soul sisters, I believe these women and a few other women in my life are my soul sisters. And I am so proud to have them as business partners as well as co-hosts, as well as my closest friends, and soon, one day, my wedding party. Sheldon, if you're watching this, 2023, you guys, let's remember what this hand looks like. The nails aren't the cutest, but the transformation will be real. Okay. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you're going to be here when that happens. Now to talk about some of the things that I have noticed I honestly would call the con of being hyperactive. I have had to, just like I make the effort, and I'm proud to make an effort to take action on my personal goals and business ventures, I have to make an effort to slow myself down. To give an example, the other day when a wonderful stranger gave me a compliment, while I am working here in social media, I am also working part-time. So I was working a cash register, and one of the people that I was helping as they were leaving stopped me to say,
I just want to let you know you have a very calming voice.
I was trying so hard to speak slowly in that instance. And I remember telling myself as I walked out to help that customer, I am going to practice talking slower, because hyperactivity can also lead to, for me, a lot of anxiety. I haven't been diagnosed with any kind of anxiety either, so that's important to mention too. I just feel all of this energy, and if I don't direct it in some way, whether I'm directing it towards talking slower or directing it towards taking action on my personal goals, I find myself getting anxious. And I find myself wanting to take action. And honestly, this can cause a lot of burnout if you're somebody working part-time while you're exploring your social media, your entrepreneurial goals full-time. If you're that crowd, also leave a comment below, because, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Drink some water, get a snack. It's a lot of work, and it's very easy to apply yourself so much to what's in front of you, even if it's that part-time, full-time job that you're working before you come back home to do whatever you wanted to do. Then you can find yourself as a hyperactive person, at least I can, find myself applying more energy at that place than I apply towards what I genuinely wanted to get done for myself. And that is a shift of energy. I feel like I'm still practicing. I have to be responsible as I pursue these dreams and ventures. So while I'm there, I must remind myself that these dreams and ventures are becoming my reality, and I need to take them seriously, and I need to take care of myself in a way that's going to allow me to come home and continue to put energy towards that. That'll be a sign to take a sip of my energy drink. Cheers. So those are a couple things that I would say are cons about my relationship with hyperactivity. One, just finding myself having to force my speech to slow down, my thoughts to slow down, and kind of keep up with where I'm at in the present time. And two, having to be really, really mindful, I feel like more than the average person, about how much energy I apply to things that I don't necessarily want to apply that much energy towards. Obviously still accomplishing what is necessary and what is promised to accomplish, but at the same time conserving my mental energy, if that's all I can conserve, to be applied later on in my own goals. Those are two very big things that I've noticed take a lot more effort, okay? But I am very grateful to have the energy that I have. And I will say, it feels really good when people tell me, I wish I had some of your energy, or can I get some of that energy, please? Because I feel it too. I think a lot of people think, oh, you must not realize just how energetic you are and how hyperactive you are. I do. And sometimes, you know, I used to let myself be uncomfortable, like I said in the beginning of this video, but I've gotten to a point in my healing journey, I've gotten to a point in my self-love journey, honestly, and my confidence, just all of the above. I've gotten to a point in my life where I know I don't have to minimize myself. I simply have to change the environment. I have to put myself into an environment that allows me to be this big, beautiful person that I feel like I am. And I am so grateful if you've made it to the end of this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your support, your love. I genuinely would not be where I am in my confidence journey, my self-love journey. Oh, no! If you guys have anything you'd like to hear from me, leave it in the comments. I love nothing more than to talk to you guys and to help you guys any way I can. And I'm honestly proud to feel confident enough to share my personal experience. You'll see a lot of my past videos are maybe vlogs or very education oriented. So let me know if you enjoyed this content where I'm just being more real with you guys about my personal life. See you guys until next video.